Let's come back to this report released today by Allianz Commercial out of Switzerland, saying that cyber claims have continued their upward trends over the year, driven in large part by a rise in data and privacy breach incidents. The annual Cyber Risk Outlook report shows that the frequency of large cyber claims in the first 6 months of this year was up 14%, while the severity of incidences increased by 17%. Now, live in the studios with me now to track the Global Cybersecurity Awareness Week is Jalo-Waziri, the CEO at the Central Securities Clearance System, PLC. Well, thank you very much for coming in tonight, sir, for this show. What was the importance of this Cybersecurity Week, by the way?
So, actually, thank you, Boston, for inviting me. What you see is a deliberate effort by financial institutions and the people that provide cybersecurity across the world to say, okay, let's dedicate the month of October to be our cybersecurity awareness month campaign. And the idea, as you've seen from the Alliance report, that it's been up 14%, which means more and more incidences are happening. More and more criminals are collaborating to actually attempt to harm people within the circumference of technology. And so that's why every year in October, that awareness is key, and that's why we're participating as well.
What are emerging cyber threats, in particular, for the capital markets?
So it's around the financial system.
That's where the CSCS really plays.
So as a market infrastructure, we're the custodians of all the shares electronically that are traded on the exchange and other exchanges as well. And because of that, we have begun to improve in terms of technology, the services we provide. So we have APIs, we have connectivities directly with the exchanges. And then between those APIs, brokers are also adding on to those things, products around self-services. Now, because we are the infrastructure, because everybody's connected to us, we have to create awareness within our own ecosystem to say, guys, hold on. Cybersecurity is the #1 risk for all boards these days. And you have to be aware of it because we are as weak as your weakest link. And everybody in the market has to understand that they have to protect themselves, by extension protect us, and protect the investors directly. And so, we are seeing more and more attempts to actually, compromise systems, not necessarily ours. But like I always tell people, Boston, you only find out after you've been compromised, because somebody can be sitting in your system, you don't even know until something triggers it, and then you find out. So it's important that we bring that awareness, and that's why we're participating fully in this.
I'm sure you're also keeping an eye on what is happening out there. The SEC is onboarding blockchain, digital asset operators, exchanges, and others. So I'm sure you'll be thinking ahead of this flow. If you look at the size of Nigeria when it comes to a blockchain, Bitcoin trading, globally speaking, and everyone is going to be trying to say, look, how do I cross this trade? How do I make money and whatsoever? And those who are sitting in some dark room, whatever, holding a laptop or a phone, trying to get into the system.
So you're absolutely correct. As we begin to automate fully, as we bring AI into our systems, as we begin to have Internet of Things. So for example, boss, in your phone, you do everything with your phone. I'm sure your fridge is connected to the internet. I'm sure your car is also connected to it. So people will look for opportunities and find vulnerabilities in these small things. So blockchain is good, AI is good, all of this new technology is good, but you have to protect yourself because people are sitting down looking for opportunities to actually harm, to create income for themselves, to do changes to what things should not happen. And so it is important that the awareness is there, whether it is the SEC giving approvals for cryptocurrencies or for digital assets and all of that. All of these give criminals opportunities, if you don't protect yourselves, actually to harm the system.
The CSCS is 25. You're looking towards 30 years or more. So I'm sure you spent over the past many years building a robust system. What's new? What are you working on? What are you upgrading in terms of your facility and innovations you're bringing on to prevent a cyber attack?
So first of all is that you have experts who do certain things. So for example, we don't own our own SOC. We actually outsource it because these are people who are experts in this thing, and so they help monitor and protect, or at least incident reporting for us. And then when globally things happen, they also tell us that, look, these things are happening, try and build resiliency, try and build protection for yourself. So that is happening. Of course, we invest heavily in technology, We're about to upgrade our, servers, which are IBM based and all of that, to help, increase the speed. So if you're doing something in 2 minutes, you want to do it in half a minute. If you're doing something in 1 minute, you want to do it in 10 seconds. So all of those things are happening, and we're providing better services to the exchanges, to the intermediaries. But more importantly is that we understand this, we sit in the middle, and which is why we went to the ONSA, which is the Office of National Security Advisor, to say the cybersecurity law resides in your office. We are a market infrastructure. Can we partner to bring awareness to the market, generally, whether it's financial markets, whether it's other markets, and see how we can bring that awareness? And we're happy to be honest, that they signed up with us to actually do it. So we're doing this for the first time with them.
Was that what the Cybersecurity Conference is all about?
Absolutely.
Was that what you folks are working on?
Absolutely. So on the 17th of October, just after the NESG.
That should be next week.
Correct. So we're having a one-day session. Hopefully the Vice President is going to be headlining it with the National Security Advisor and a few other, a community that actually helps protect our system. To come and even talk about it, people should be aware of the risk. Like I said earlier, all boards have cybersecurity as their top priority. If you don't have that discussion on your board, you should better go and have it, because automation has come, it is everywhere, and criminals are collaborating. We are not. That's the key word.
So there's a need for institutional collaboration.
Absolutely. So people don't like to disclose when they are being hacked. I mean, it's like a stigma that you're hacked. But criminals collaborate. When criminals hit somebody or hit a system, they go and share it and say, hey, this is the new system this is the new way to hit these systems. That's what they do. But do we do it effectively? We're afraid to disclose that we have it. So part of the discussions we're going to have in a panel is to discuss about how do we also collaborate? How do we protect ourselves communally? Because there's strength in those numbers and sharing ideas and sharing experiences. That way, we will protect ourselves.
All right, we're going to keep an eye on that for the 17th on the calendar. Thank you so much for coming through. We're grateful for your time. Wish you a great evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, boss.
Jalo-Waziri, thank you so much, the CEO of the Central Securities Clearance System, or the CSCS.